you know, where they needed to address. You know, the defensive line with Taco Charlton gives them some versatility there at the end. You know, they said they're going to try him at right end, but, you know, he could play left end. They could even bounce him inside if needed. And then, you know, you get Awuzie, and he gives you flexibility, you know. Put him outside, put him inside. He has the size to play at safety. And then with the other pick there, with Jordan Lewis, I think that was a steal. I think he fell a little bit because of the off-field allegations. But both those guys were highly rated cornerbacks. The Cowboys, they've improved the secondary, man. I am very excited about these picks here. And then, of course, Ryan Switzer. Lucky Whitehead, yes. He might be on the way out, man. He might be on the
Man, and Ryan Switzer, if anybody that knows me, and I say this probably every show, I'm the biggest Tar Heel fans that you'll probably ever know in your life. So I am extremely excited about Switzer. I've seen every game last year what he can do, and he is a Wes Welker, a Danny Amendola, whatever you want to call it, and also kick returning, punt returning. Yes, I to your statement, I definitely think if not practice squad, he may be completely out the door in Lucky Whitehead. But I'm extremely excited about Switzer. He has so many skills. And but let's go back up to Taco. Taco was rated as a B- grade from Michigan, and to me, this was a guy that I figured we were going to draft because as you kind of look at the board, you looked at how everything was kind of panning out. He was going to be the guy that was going to be available. There was a lot of other players that we wanted that we were looking at, but Taco was the one that was there. And I'm excited about him, and I'm sure his agent is probably excited that he's in Texas because he's already gotten phone calls from Taco Bueno, who knows, whoever else he's going to get a call from. But what better name to have in Texas?
Yeah, you can't beat it, man. You can't beat Taco Bueno over there, man. That's some good stuff.
Yeah, definitely. But what was your grade on Taco as going into this draft?
Going into the draft, I had him there going, there where they drafted. I think he fell right where the Cowboys were at 28. So, I mean, as far as a grade, though, it's kind of hard to grade here. We got to see what he does on the field, but I do like that pick there. I think it was the right move there. Rebuilding the defensive line, I think it started with Malik Collins. Your 3-tech, you get this other guy here. They're on their way. I feel a lot better about the defense here after the draft. And I think he has potential here to do some things here. He's been described as a Justin Tuck type player. We get that kind of production out of him that the Giants got out of Tuck, and we're in business, man. I mean, we're going to wreak havoc. Eli Manning, these guys, they're going to be on the run on their back, and that's what we need. These guys had too much time to dissect the secondary that was already kind of wishy-washy with coverage. Things are going to change here. I'm excited, man.
Yeah, I think with his skill and his rushing ability on the outside, this is clearly what we needed. And he has a comparison to Chandler Jones / Carlos Dunlap. If we can get anything close to those two guys, I'm extremely excited about it. And I think that Harbaugh has his guys ready, I believe, for the NFL. I think that makes a huge difference. If you have a guy who's coached in an NFL, he knows what you're going to need, what it takes to be an NFL player. I truly think he is going to come in ready day one, and Marinelli is going to have him ready to go. Marinelli's not going to allow this guy to come in just on a good name or just come in on, I came from Michigan. He's going to work this guy to death, and I definitely see great things from Taco, and I'm very excited about that pick. That also really solidifies that pass rush because, like you said, we had so many different problems with not being able to get to the quarterback, or if we were able to get to the quarterback, not really able to tackle them. So he's going to come in and make a difference, I think, day one. Mm-hmm. All right, so a quick little side note here. Another guy that was back in the news today, or I believe it was yesterday, Randy Gregory once again, supposedly he fails another drug test and he was hiding allegedly from the NFL officials.
Yeah.
What more can we say about this guy? He's a bust pick. He's a second round reach that didn't work out.
Yeah.
Are you ready to cut ties with Randy Gregory?
For me, I cut ties when he got the 1 year ban. That was official for me, and this just confirms it. He's not ready. There's no commitment to the NFL, the process, the Cowboys. This guy is just a total disaster. I've moved on. I myself, I didn't even report it on my blog or really talk about it. He's just a waste of conversation. The Cowboys have moved on, and it's a hard lesson for the Cowboys. And I think they learned from it, man. Honestly, I think it affected their draft strategy. If you look at these players, a lot of these guys have good character. You know, they're Jason Garrett kind of guys, as he likes to put it.
Right, exactly. That was the main focus in this draft, and I think they've done well at picking high character guys. Now, Jordan Lewis, who's was a Michigan teammate of Taco Charlton, he has a domestic violence case kind of lingering over him. I read a story on it, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm not feeling very, very good about his chances of being able to play this year, because the NFL is very, very strict on what is going on in with domestic violence, and I don't know. I'm a little worried about it. I know you're the official draft guru of the BS3 Sports Show. I gave you a new title. But what is your thoughts on Jordan Lewis? Do you think we're going to see this rear its ugly head as we get into the season?
I mean, it's kind of a gray area. Like as far as like Roger Goodell, where does Roger Goodell? It's almost like he comes up with his rules on the fly. Obviously, this happened before he was drafted, so does he reach, outside of that and go ahead and suspend him for something that he did before the draft? It's kind of I don't know. It's kind of a weird thing, Like he kind of did that with Zeke, though. Zeke had that little pop up there with the girlfriend in the summer before everything got started, and that dragged on until this year. So you never know with Roger Goodell. You just never know with that guy. He kind of goes off here and does whatever he wants.
Yeah, that's.
I think he'll play though. I do think he'll play though.
Okay, all right. And the Cowboys are right now on the board, live as we speak, in the 6th round pick. We will let you guys know. And Joe, as we're talking, if you find out before I do, just go ahead and blurt it out. But we've got Chidobe Awuzie, which I'm excited about him. He is a high character guy. He is a guy that we needed at corner. So to me, this is a guy that should be able to walk in and hopefully start maybe in the slot, maybe on the outside. Who knows? But he is drawing comparison, I believe, to I looked it up. I forgot now, but he's drawing comparison to a similar corner that's in the league now. But what's your thoughts on this pick right here?
On Chidobe, I like the pick a lot. A lot of great value there. You get this guy in the 2nd round. People had him projected anywhere from the first. A lot of mocks had him as a mid-first, and a lot of mocks 2nd round. There at number 60, you can't beat it. The value's there. Scrappy player, has swagger. He's going to bring swagger to that secondary. It's something that's been missing. This guy's a leader too, and Jason Garrett, he loves leadership. And he loves players with experience, okay? So he's had a 4-year starter there. This is a home run pick for that secondary. They're going to get a shot in the arm. Joe Baker loves this. Greg Jackson, these are 2 coaches that love these picks.
Yeah. And it looks like the pick is in. And it looks like we did pick Xavier Woods, safety from Louisiana Tech. You sounded excited. What's your thoughts on Xavier Woods?
Yes, sir. Man, this is a pick, man. Let's go. Woo!
All right, all right.
This is a steal. This guy here, the Cowboys, he was a pick there possibly in the fourth round where he took Switz, but, they went with him. And this is another home run pick, man. Here in the sixth round, big value. This guy, to me, does a lot of the things that you wish Jabril Peppers would do, okay? He covers. He can play center field. He'll hit you. This is going to be – this guy's not going to be a practice squad developmental player. This guy has the chance to be out here contributing right off the bat. This is a good pick here, buddy.
All right, man. I'm excited to hear you say that. With you being – the draft guy, I'm excited about, and that was a guy that I believe they were talking about on the Fan 105.3 The Fan here in Dallas. They were very excited about Xavier Woods as well, and it looks like we traded up. We traded up to get this from the Jets.
Yeah, we sure did.
This is a guy that should be able to come in and play safety in the spot of Barry Church. Would you say that is correct?
I would agree. He's definitely could man that position there. An upgrade. Okay, so and these 6th-round players, you can't sleep on them. Anthony Brown, 6th-round player. We saw what he did. He outplayed Mo Claiborne. This is a good pick, man. We are nailing this draft. I can't wait, man.
All right,
I wish
man.
it was a game tomorrow.
Yeah, I wish there was too. And in the chat line here, Vince Wright says he likes this pick, talking about you, Joe, and he does. And if Joe likes it, I like it. So Xavier Woods picked by the Cowboys in the 6th round. I believe we have another 6, if I'm not mistaken, or I don't know if we traded that in the deal with the Jets, but I think we have another 6th round pick. We'll keep you guys up to date on what's going on in the draft.
Yeah, so this is what they did. They gave up next year's 5th to the Jets, and they moved up the 20 spots to get Woods. So not bad. They
not
gave
bad
up
at all.
5th, and we're good because we're projected to have a 5th compensatory pick next year. So this is good. This is not a big hit.
That's a good look. And we keep number 28 in this round. So, man, I am extremely excited about what the Cowboys are doing. They have the days of drafting knuckleheads and weed heads and issue type guys. I think it's past us. Jordan Lewis is a little bit in that category, but if the Cowboys did their homework, I'm perfectly fine with it. I think, and I am not at all agreeing with domestic violence. I think that is horrible. I think that's something that you should not hit a woman. You should not abuse women. I think though that you can get past that quicker than you can get past weed, i.e. Randy Gregory, like we just talked about. So I think whatever is going to happen from this, I think he'll be a quality cornerback for the Cowboys in the future. So that I am excited about. So the last need, what it looks like here is tight end. We have drafted everything that we needed. Tight end is the last spot. So I'm thinking, and let me go over to the remaining tight ends available. Bucky Hodges, Virginia Tech. That's probably the most well-known name. There's actually a guy on here from Canada, Anthony Acule. He's from Canada. He's rated a 5.4 on NFL.com. But with the tight end situation, do you think with who we picked up last year in the former Baylor player, drawing a blank on his name right now, Rico Gathers. Do you think he may be kind of a force going into this year?
It's a good sign, definitely. It's definitely a good sign because, the Cowboys, they did look at Adam Shaheen here. So, obviously, they were looking at tight ends here. And the fact that they didn't take one thus far has to be a good sign for what they think of Rico Gathers. He's been working hard, so he has ability there. these mini camps and training camp are going to be big for him. But